and we will show our knowledge about the Constitutional Convention, debate over ratification, the principles of government, and the anatomy of the Constitution through a paper slide video.
The Constitutional Convention. Why? Delegates from all states except Rhode Island came together to revise the articles, but ended up creating a whole new government. When? The convention was supposed to start in early May, but not enough delegates showed up until May 25th. The convention was held in the Philadelphia Hall of Independence. During the convention, delegates came up with the Virginia Plan, the New Jersey Plan, the Great Compromise, and the Three-Fifths Compromise. The Virginia Plan was to split Congress into two houses. The New Jersey Plan was to have a one-house legislature. The Great Compromise was that representation was based on population, and each state had 2 senators each. The Three-Fifths Compromise was that every 3 out of 5 slaves would be counted to the population. 7 Principles of Government. There are 7 principles of government. Popular sovereignty is a basic rule of we the people. We still have power in government. Separation of powers was splitting the government jobs and powers into 3 branches. Individual rights was basically the Bill of Rights. Limited government was that government powers were limited to the law. Republicanism is citizens choose representatives. The idea of power being shared between the state and federal government is federalism. Checks and balances is that each branch has some control over the others.
Debate over ratification. Federalists. The Federalists approved the Constitution that included Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay. They felt as though the Bill of Rights was unnecessary. These 3 men made the Federalist Papers to convince people to vote for the Constitution. Anti-Federalists. These people were afraid that they would lose their individual rights. They wanted a Bill of Rights to protect their individual rights. To them, they thought the Constitution had too much power to the federal government. They didn't want the president to become king, and they thought it was a threat to individual rights. Anatomy of the Constitution. The Constitution included a preamble, 7 articles, and a Bill of Rights. Article 1 through 3 covered the 3 branches of government. Article 4 was about how the states had power to create and enforce their own laws. Article 5 was about a change or addition to the Constitution is called an amendment. Article 6 was about federalism is the national government shares power with the state's government. And Article 7 was that after a debate, they agreed on the 10 amendments would be added to the Constitution. The preamble was the introduction to the Constitution. The Constitution included the Bill of Rights, which were the 10 amendments.
Made by Isabella, Jasmine,
and Jake Stutzman.
Our sources were articles and documents.